But South Africa is different than most other Africa, most of the other parts of Africa. South Africa has a lot of other African immigrants, not Chinese and Asians and other. They're going to the other places in Africa. The people that are coming to South Africa, all the Nigerians and all the brothers from Malawi and all of that. Okay. And the South Africans don't like them. That's why I told the brothers, the Indian brothers, you got to raise the people up. And what they do, they like the brothers from Malawi because they're already Muslim and they're nice as they can be. And all the phrases you teach them, they're going to have it, and they're going to work in your house. They're not going to steal anything because they don't steal. They're generally good Muslims. So therefore, the Indian loved them. But he don't like the South African. When I was telling him, bring the African to Islam, I meant the ones you don't like, the niggas, right? The ones that's robbing and beating people up, you got to help tame and you have to help direct that coon. You have to help direct that coon. Yeah, you have to help direct it. Or, let's see. I talked a little already, teach counter psychodiscombobulated process. Okay. Everything in Oakland. Okay, Oakland. When we go back to Oakland, we're going to go back there and inshallah, this is the time for us to engineer our process in Oakland. Well, why do we say that? Okay, all of the activity we had did was dealing with the police. The police did this, the police did that, right? Okay, we don't have to worry about that anymore. All the stuff we had with the police, that's all in the news right now. This is the time to go back to Oakland and do what we're going to do because the stage is set. If we would have did it at another time, we might have, I'm sure we would have been successful. But now the public is prepared from what the police have been doing over the last several years. Well, they've been doing it all the time. But now it's open in the public. When you see a white woman yesterday get on the thing, that the health worker, the fireman people type people, and say, I was discombobulated, and then you hear the Negro, the martial artist, he said, no, you can't make no angry black man. What are you talking about? Was I angry? You can't make no angry black man out of me. What he was doing was wrong. You see? Hey man, people okay. And now, just think about Oakland. We've been arrested 7 and 8 times at our own place. We've been da-da-da-da-da. Simple as that. It's a free ride. You choose the time, place, and circumstance. We couldn't choose the place, but we choose the time for us to make our counteroffensive in Oakland. Yeah, that's what we've been waiting on. Remember we was talking before about waiting on the sign. That's the sign. Yeah. So we're headed back. After Ramadan, we'll do whatever we have to do here to, solidify things. And we have a few things that we want to do. We want to get that place ready, get this place ready. We want to do a few things, inshallah. And we have all of the coming Ramadan to do it. So whatever we have to do, we have to go to this place or that place, and if we have to pass up Tarawih prayer, we'll go to this place and that place, and we'll take care of what we got to take care of, happily, you know, and with precision. And when we go to Oakland, maybe we will have acquired enough to take care of this place, that place, you know, the carpet, and this, that, and another. All those places are just sitting there. All we got to do is one little day clean them up and stick everything in there. Simple as that. It's already ready. Well, carpet upstairs over there, not downstairs. It's too wet down there. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But when I lived there, it was carpet down there. That place used to stay soaking wet all the time. Collections, past flyers. Okay, we're working on the packaging the flyers for what we want to do now. I don't want to talk about that. They are preparing the way. Okay. So are there any questions or comments, anything coming over the wire there?
Yeah, there was a brother that asked, this was on like Sunday's lecture. Hold on, I took a screenshot. Yeah, it's a brother said, it seems that most imams are fearful to speak as you do. Well, the brother said, one of the brothers said most imams are fearful to speak as you do.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah, well, okay. Anything else? Is that?
Well, a brother did say, because the topic of today's program was China, Iran, and Middle East.
Right.
A brother did say this is another deflection of Black Lives Matter and George Floyd's trial. Or is this more pertinent? I live in Philadelphia, PA, over 120 homicides.
Right.
That was the brothers kind of saying that, the brothers claiming you should be talking more about, George Floyd's trial, that it's a deflection from Black Lives Matter, and this is what the brothers claiming.
Well, I can understand where he's coming from, but he's not paying attention to the flow here.
Right.
I don't know anybody talks more about so-called Black Lives Matter, but Black Lives Matter as a group, as an organization, as a movement, is sold out by the white man. The white man controlled that. Because we was down there at all the demonstrations, remember?
Yeah.
And when we would try to have a talk, we'd be talking, the Black Lives Matter people would walk around us, right?
Yep.
They would walk around us down there. Okay, so Black Lives Matter is like Negro Lives Matter, Muslims Lives Matter. All the Masjid are taken over by boss man, and they follow that. I don't mean to jump up and down, but as far as we are here, Black Lives Matter has been exactly how to participate. Everything we talked about today is about Negroology. Everything we've said is how we take care of boss man. That's all we've talked about today. Everything has been how black people should take care of Chinamen. That's what we've talked about. Everything here is about how we dealt with Iranians. And ain't nobody else dealt with them. Go find other African Americans around here that's dealt successfully with them, who put their all in it and didn't come out crazy or broke or nothing like that. I'm just saying, look, you have to listen to what we're saying. And if you don't understand, ask why do you say this, that, and other. But to just say, we do this and we do that, and not listening to what we've been saying, we were talking about Chinese out of Africa. That's the subject for today.
Yeah.
Chinamen out of Africa. No neo-colonialism in Africa, right? That's what we've been talking about today. And as far as the Negro in the neighborhood, hey man, this would have to have been your first I don't mean to be hollering and jumping up and down, but this would have to be your first program you ever listened to here, because probably 80–85% of what we talk about is Negroes. Yeah, that's what we talk about.
Yeah, for the most part.
Huh?
For the most part, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, but how we exist in this whole world. We're not gonna be flunkies of no Arabs, or we'd be over Darl Hijra kissing their behind. Right?
Right, yeah.
We're not gonna be flunkies of Iranians. Why? Because the ones that are still here is flunkies of white folks. They're flunkies of white folks. We're not gonna be, we didn't do all of this, and all the other Negroes, you can't find 2 Negroes that'll come by here in this city. They all listen to everybody else. That's what they do. But this is the only safe haven for Negroes in the city where they can get the truth. They're not getting any truth anywhere else. Well, I mean, they get Quran, Hadith, but they're not getting any, this is the method to follow. This is a historical process. They don't get that anywhere else. Don't mean to jump up and down and turn flips. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, that's everything. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's everything. Yeah,
All right.
that's everything.
Okay. We've been this, write our own book. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that next week. We've talked about heading to California to solve the problems that we had accumulated there, and we was waiting for a sign or a signal to go out there. And anybody that want to know about any of these things, try to understand what psychodiscombobulating trap is. Try to understand understand the teachings of psychodiscombobulating method and the process. Who are we psychodiscombobulating? Who are we, think about it, And who we trying to teach? We're trying to teach our people that you have stuff in you that you don't know what you got. This has helped us and it can help you. Okay. We talked about South Africa. We talked about, okay. If there's no more comments, then until next time, which is tomorrow, thank you very much. Aqulu kali hada, astaghfirullah li wa lakum.